𝗦𝗵cie was a maniac at the Howard TV Christmas party last night.
Hey, how was that, by the way? You know, they always make it on a night that I can't go.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of
people. I was so torn about an RSVP, but I was like, it's a school night.
Doug kept emailing me. Are you going to email me back? Are you coming to the party? Are you coming to the Howard TV party? I go, you know, it's funny. I'm Howard of Howard TV. Didn't you consider they have to work on a Tuesday night?
Right. Wouldn't it be a party that you could get to?
Yeah. How about a Thursday night when you know I'm free?
Well, they started it pretty early, like at 6, but a lot of people had to leave real early. But 𝗦𝗵cie showed up, and I think he got yelled at by somebody there because he grabbed the mic from the DJ and started screaming just crazy stuff.
Why'd you do that, Benji? No one was paying attention to you?
Yes.
Is that really true?
No, I was just joking. I wanted to make some presentations.
So in other words, you needed to make it about you the night.
Right.
Right. Benji's like a baby crying for help in the middle of the night.
Right.
See, I thought it was.
I actually did cry.
I thought it was hilarious, but it's in demand, so there's a lot of people that don't work for Howard TV,
right?
And they don't know who the hell 𝗦𝗵cie is, and I think it scared them. They saw this like crazy sweaty guy grabbing the mic.
Who was there?
All the Howard TV people and me and Sal.
Did you drink?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you have? Like an open bar?
Uh-huh.
Good food?
Great food. I had, like, at the end of the night, they were getting ready to throw away all the food, so I went up there and they made me a massive mountain of filet mignon. And, oh, it was awesome.
Did you, Scott the engineer doesn't get invited to that, does he?
He did, but he wasn't there.
Because he's been screaming he wants a Christmas party. There's a Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, what would that? So they finally make a Christmas party. Somebody makes a Christmas party.
And he doesn't go.
He's upset that Sirius isn't having a Christmas party. Because when I need a limo driver, and I were talking about Scott yesterday, it's like Scott has like no friends. And the reason he has no friends is he just always complains, and he's complaining.
I haven't been screaming about I want a Christmas party. I didn't say anything about the Christmas party. As a matter of fact, I feel what the company did this year was correct. That's the thing they should have done.
Really?
Yeah, the company is trying to, you know, fix itself financially, so give up the Christmas party one year. Who gives a shit? I mean, I wasn't complaining at all about
I've
the
heard
Christmas.
that you've been complaining.
That's bullshit. Whoever said that is... come in here and tell me. I mean, because I haven't. What they did was correct. They shouldn't have a Christmas party, and they did compensate us in another way.
They did?
So
they did? What'd they do?
Yeah, they gave us another day off.
Oh.
Nice.
So that's fine. It's fine.
Well, look at you, Mr. Happy. Maybe you'll make a friend.
When's the day off?
You don't have any friends, do you? Like close friends?
Who's your buddy?
Because Ronnie says you have no friends.
I have
Mr. Brunswick is
nobody
my
that
friend.
I'm really close with, but I have long-time friends.
Yeah.
The bowling team?
My bowling ball.
My bowling ball, yeah.
But he has no friends because he's such a glom. He's
Well,
such
I'll tell you what Scott is like.
Yeah.
He walks over, you know, Crumb sends over that incredible display of sweets and cupcakes and breakfast things every week.
Oh, come on with this
Scott
bullshit.
walks
Come on.
out, looks at it, and says, anything new?
So, I mean... What's wrong with that, Robin? Sometimes they send stuff that's different. That's all.
It's just who you
I can't ask a question, anything new. But I don't eat it anyway. I haven't been eating it anyway. So what's the
Why do
fucking
you get
difference?
involved then?
Why do I get involved?
Yeah, like why do you?
She's involved.
I'm
She's
not
the
involved
one.
at all.
That's just that you're always like you're always looking at the downside. Like is there
No
anything
downside?
new? It's just you're a downer. That's all. It's no big deal. It's who you are.
No, there was. I'm not sitting back there bitching
So you didn't
about
go. You
anything.
didn't go to the party last night.
No, because I go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Right.
And it's a work night, so that's the reason. I was very nice that I was invited, but unfortunately I couldn't
who's
go.
Angry about the in-demand party? Tracy Millman, I heard, is upset.
Why?
Because she didn't get invited. But she doesn't work for in-demand, does she?
She's been invited the last few years. No, she's upset.
She doesn't work for them, but she does a lot of stuff for them.
Oh.
She did get invited yesterday afternoon.
Oh, she did?
That's why she was very mad.
It was sort of like she was insulted because
It was an oversight.
It was an afterthought.
Yeah.
Doug, good seeing you, douche.
Oh, boy. I wouldn't want to get on Tracy's bad side.
You're a fucking douche. You've been a peon at Howard TV for years. Nobody cares what you have to say.
You loser.
You loser.
Tracy come in and yell at Doug? That'd be good.
You're a 12-year production assistant. Nobody cares. I could have went to another fucking party, drank top shelf fucking liquor all fucking night and gotten fucking loaded.
I heard you were angry, too, that you don't get black and white cupcakes anymore or something like that, black and white cookies. There's a whole thing going on that you're upset about that. I hear everything about you, Scott. Don't come in here acting like you're not upset all the time. Like the whole black and white cupcake thing is like
they used to send black and white cupcakes, and they were good, so they don't send them anymore. So
and I heard you're angry about it, and you feel slighted, that no one gets your favorite cupcake. It's a whole everything.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
I hear about it.
And the only one you could hear that possibly from is Ronnie.
Right.
Who is a douchebag, obviously.
To you.
Yeah, Ronnie's the only one who's making an attempt to even listen to anything you say.
Well, he could keep his mouth shut then.
No,
who
he
needs him to
reports
fucking
me.
report to you?
He has to report to me. I've made it his job.
Mr. Mambo Man.
It's my eyes and ears out there.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I'll kick him out of my studio, too. Let him get his own office.
Yeah, Scott is banning people from the Black Cloud
I didn't
Diner.
ban. Well, we all banned them. Me and Ronnie and my intern, we banned Lisa.
Lisa G.
Yeah, fuck everyone.
I've been banned like 10 times already.
The one broad you're banning? What is it, a gay diner?
Yeah, she decided to give all of you guys the cookies and forget the people that she hangs out with in the back.
Here's the real Scott.
But no. He was more upset about it than me.
Were you upset that Lisa G gave cookies to everyone but you?
No, we were just like ripping her open because she pulls that crap all the time. She comes in and she mooches off us, man. Like she come in and she'll steal Scott's batteries and all that kind and then she'll give everybody else the cookies. Like she's always running with cookies to kiss Gary's ass, you know? Running in there all the time with boxes of cookies and shit, but doesn't give us crap. But meanwhile, she hangs out with us more than anybody else.
Well, you got a
and
point.
mooches. She's a big moocher.
Well, you hate Lisa G.
She's a...
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Gary, Ronnie likes busting her chops more than anybody, I can tell.
Yeah, we have a great time. You were doing a pretty good job on it yesterday.
Oh, I love it too. Believe me, that's one of my favorite sports.
Scott the engineer complains about everything, right?
Yes.
Hey, listen, we all complain about everything in there. It's like, if you sit in that room, it's like, you have to complain.
It's complain center.
you have to complain.
Hey,
man.
Howard.
Yeah.
They're just everyone was talking. We're all in a fantasy football league here.
Yeah.
And we had rules at the beginning of the year. We all agreed to. And then Scott didn't make the playoffs, and he was walking around complaining the rules are fucked up. And I was like, Scott, did you agree to the rules? And he's like, yeah, but I won more games. And he loves to complain.
He complains all day.
I agreed to the rules to play the game the way it was, and I said we should consider revising the rules next year because I don't think it's perfectly fair the way things worked out.
You said, I should be in the playoffs. Do you think I should be in the playoffs? And I said, no. And you said to the next guy, do you think I should be in the playoffs? And he said, no.
Normally...
Why do you think you should be in the playoffs of fantasy football?
They changed some rules, okay? So normally the rule would have been wins and losses, all right? So
Is
my
it
record...
fantasy baseball?
Fantasy football.
Oh, football.
So my record was 7-6, and JD was 5-7. Who should be in the playoffs? I wasn't.
He's not explaining it correctly.
Well,
every week you get a win for whoever gets the most points and whoever wins a game.
Right.
So while he did win more games, he didn't score enough points. Those are the rules we agreed to at the beginning of the season.
Right.
He had no issue with it. I turned around to Scott. I said, let me ask you a question. If you made the playoffs, would you be complaining? No. I go, then shut up.
Right.
Dude, you got to hear. You got to hear.
Fine, I agreed to
You
that.
got to hear what goes on in there. It's like he thinks he's the coach of the New York Jets when he's during the football season, and then during the baseball season, you think he's fucking Willie Randolph or whoever the manager of the Mets is. He sits there and he's making trades.
Wait a minute,
What
hold
the
on a
hell
second.
should I do? You know, he's going bananas.
Yeah,
know
well,
what?
you can
Let me
see
ask
what
you-
I do, but you got to see what those other guys do,
But-
who are more
And then
fucking...
he's yelling about Jared's making bullshit mistakes here. and-
Ronnie.
What?
The guy has no life.
It's
That's
great,
right.
though. I love watching it. It's great.
There's no life. This is his big event. He should be playing fantasy life.
That's why it's upsetting to him not to be in the playoffs. It's over.
Yeah. And Scott, I bet you're
over,
jealous
who
of
cares?
Ronnie because Ronnie's like a playboy and he's got a life and
Oh, yeah.
chicks and everything.
So
it's,
fucking jealous.
It's got to be driving you nuts. No. Oh, come
Doesn't
on.
drive me
Tell the
nuts.
truth.
I'm telling the truth. Doesn't drive me nuts.
Let me sniff
I'm
your
fine.
finger, Ronnie.
I couldn't keep his schedule anyway. He's I'm home at...
Dude, I'm home every night except the nights that we don't work. I didn't go to the Christmas party last night.
I know, but I'm just... but when you go out and you spend 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
you
but
drink,
that's on,
you drink
that's on
a lot.
nights
because he's having fun.
There's no work.
I don't know. If he's having fun, his kind of fun, that's fine.
You don't want fun?
I don't want fun. No, I hate fun.
Black cloud.
I hate people. And that's,
Black cloud.
Ronnie, do you think Scott's jealous of you?
I don't know.
I think he
maybe
is.
a little bit. I don't know.
I have really, honestly. I'm
you
not
know what?
jealous.
I really do like Scott. I do. I do. We really we bullshit it up, and they're pretty good. But he really is a good guy. He really could. I think he could be a fun guy.
But why isn't he?
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't want to be a fun guy.
I don't know.
You're not saying. You know, but you won't say.
I'm not saying anything.
I used to be a fun guy.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
When I had hair, I was a fun guy.
You were 12.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ronnie.
So I vent, I bitch and moan. Instead of holding things in, I just go, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everyone. That's my style.
Do you think it's excessive? Do you think you vent too much?
Probably. I'm an unhappy person. Why is that? I don't know. But they say people. I've had a problem with that. I should see a therapist because I have a lot of things that are good in my life, but I still bitch and moan anyway. So why? Why should I bitch and moan? I should be grateful for the things I have and not bitch and moan about the things I don't have.
Scott's really
this is my friend.
He's really a good guy.
Yeah.
Ronnie, but is his bitching and moaning excessive? Does it go too far?
I love watching him with this fantasy shit, man. It's great. I'm telling you, you think he was a manager and a coach. During the football season, he's a coach, and during the baseball season, he's a manager.
That's right.
He goes nuts in there.
No, not over the football so much. The baseball pisses me off.
He goes crazy.
Yeah, the football when I play with these douchebags, whatever.
I mean, these guys are really, you know what they do? They make trades. They get up and they, Garrett, what is it? Do you pick on a Sunday morning who your quarterback's going to be?
No, you pick your team at the beginning of the season. The gayest part of it, Howard, which we probably videotape next year, is we have the draft.
Right.
We all gather around in the office around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and everybody has 5 minutes to pick somebody. And it's
5 minutes, but you put a lot of thought in before.
No, you have 5 minutes per round. So, okay. It's number 1 picks the first player. You have 5 minutes to pick a player. Then number 2, it goes on for like 3 hours.
Right. How do you get to be the first guy to choose?
Pick out of a hat.
Okay.
I think you pick out of a hat. So there's a number order, and you pick your first player. Right?
Who was the first guy you picked this season?
I think it was my quarterback. I think it was Phillip Rivers from San Diego. So then you pick your team. Now you have your whole team, and then every Sunday, if you have 15 players on your team, you can play 10. So on Sunday morning, you pick the 10 that you're going to play.
Right.
I get a newsletter that tells me right up to at 12:01 tells me who's injured, who's playing, and who's not playing. Because the worst thing you can do is play somebody who's hurt.
Wow.
And you may not know they're hurt.
That's a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
Gotta have a lot of free time for stuff like that.
And then there's trades made the whole season. And there's been that was a big fight, with JD and Jared, what Artie talked about.
Let me understand something. So then you look up the stats on the guy, and that's how you determine who wins?
The site does it for you automatically. So if you're a running back, every 10 yards you gain is a point. If you score a touchdown, it's 6 points. So if
you throw a touchdown pass, it's points.
If the quarterback throws, so if a guy gains 100 yards and scores 2 touchdowns, it's 22 points.
So you don't necessarily want the greatest quarterback. You might want a quarterback who works on a great team, who can score a lot of.
You want a great individual quarterback.
Right.
Because it's the individual statistics you're going on.
Yeah, but let's say they got a guy who can run a lot of touchdowns in. It's not necessarily that he's a great quarterback. It's just that the team scores a lot of touchdowns.
Right. You want a quarterback who throws. Howard's right away. Like, you'd rather take a guy who throws more than a guy who moves the team downfield but doesn't throw touchdowns and just hands off.
No, but you want a good the quarterback as an individual has to be a good player.
And then
you're still going for the best individual player you can get.
And then what you're looking for is, like, I have the quarterback of San Diego and I have a running back from San Diego. So all season long, you're looking for what they call the double dagger. If my quarterback throws to my running back, I get double the points.
Do you have LT?
I do.
LaDainian, Tom. But do you? What about defense? What kind of? You get points for interceptions?
You do. You get points for a defense.
It's so complicated.
You get points for a kicker.
And you're winning?
I'm in the Final Four.
What do you win?
I think we all put in $25. It might be $250. It's really not about the money. It really becomes it becomes if you win, it looks like you know a lot about.
And you can
football.
trade all season.
Yeah. But I made a bunch of trades this year. Everyone does.
And you're saying JD? Who do you go trade with? The other guys?
Yeah, like I made a big trade with John Hine that changed my season. Then I just made a big trade with Will that helped me win in the playoffs last week.
Wow.
I traded for the Pittsburgh defense. They gave me 22 points last week. Howard, this is how gay it gets. I have direct television.
Right.
Okay? So I get all the games, right?
Right.
They put something on this year. I went in and put my fantasy football team in. I put the players in. While I'm watching the games, it will scroll my guys' stats across the bottom.
Wow.
Where do you get that?
It's on DirecTV.
You're kidding
No,
me.
it's amazing.
Yeah, that NFL package.
Where do you put the guys' names in?
You go in, and there's a place, and it just says team number 1. You can put it up to 8 players, and you go. So you say you go to San Diego, and it says pick Phillip Rivers. I pick him. Now he's on the team, and I pick all the different teams.
Wow, and it rolls in what you're gonna. Whoa!
As the games are going on,
because all these guys in America play fantasy football.
you have no idea the amount of money that's spent in fantasy football.
Gambling
You never
is-
saw. Real Sports did a report. I should pull it for you, Howard. There's a guy. I think he's called the Wizard. He's the greatest fantasy football picker in the history ever. Fat, nerdy guy with glasses, like a Star Trek convention. He shows up to the draft in a Wizard's outfit.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the big
with the
Mickey
big
Mouse
hat.
wizard
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
And when he walks in, everyone's like, there goes the wizard.
So he's an asshole.
But he's an asshole every day except when he's the wizard.
The money generated from gambling on football is really scary. You know,
You're
like-
telling me there's a guy who walks around in a wizard costume,
and then people go, "There's the wizard,"
and people are buying into that.
Yeah, they think that's cool.
If he can win you money, if you follow his lead and you pick what he picks and he wins you money,
But
he's
how
not
can
that
you
big an
pick
asshole.
what he picks? Because all the other guys in your pool have to go along with.
Well,
that.
that's his pool, but you could say you could look at the wizard. Everyone's got pools all over the country.
Right.
So if the wizard says, "I think that this running back's going to be great this year," you pick him for your league.
Is the wizard generally right?
I don't know. I just saw that piece on him. I just saw him walking around in the wizard's outfit. I couldn't stop laughing.
Is that like a Morian guard?
It was exactly like a Morian guard.
It's sports version of that, definitely.
Jerry O'Connell was in your fantasy league, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did really poorly. He's in like 7 different leagues.
Oh.
He's fucking a model.
Why don't you guys get costumes like
He's
the
not
wizard?
that good at fantasy football.
He wasn't concentrating on the trade.
It's true. He's busy fucking the hot model. How into fantasy football is he gonna?
What percentage of people in fantasy football are fucking a hot model? He's got to be like the only one.
Yeah.
But you see, Gary's got that best combination of a quarterback and a running back or a receiver on the same team that can hook up together.
But if they're bad, then it's a bad week for you.
I'm pretty sure on my chess website, I'm the only guy fucking a model.
I would say you might be an only
Yeah,
guy.
I think you're 100% right.
Boris Spassky wasn't fucking a model.
Right. Right. Well, anyway. Regardless, we're here, we're queer, and we're proud. And that's it. Good for you, Gary. Congratulations on being... What's the name of your team? Do you have a team?
I'm just Booey.
You're Booey.
I'm Booey. But John Hine is defending champs. Steve the intern is the glucometers. Will is Teddy molesters. Jason is intensive outpatient rehab. And I can't remember.
Teddy's whole life is about Artie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he has no identity except for Artie.
Wait, Teddy, what's Teddy's name?
No. Will's team is Teddy molesters.
No, but Teddy's team is outpatient rehab.
No, I'm sorry, Jason's team.
That's Jason.
So what's Teddy's?
Teddy's not in it.
Oh, he's not.
It's
he doesn't have time.
What is JD's team?
JD has
JD's is whatever.
JD is, I think it's called 𝗛𝗄𝗿𝗄𝗋, something like that.
Oh.
What is that about?
I don't know.
He named his team after George Takei's balls?
That might be Jerry O'Connell's team. I can't remember. And then there's somebody's got a team making fun of Jerry O'Connell. Like I think it's called Jason Bateman Fan Club.
Oh.
Who has the funniest name?
I think they're all sort of goofy. So I think intensive outpatient rehab is the best one.
Sal, you're not in this.
No, but
He doesn't know a thing.
these assholes, to piss me off, they named the whole league the Emotional Friends.
Oh, yeah. When you go on, it says, welcome to the Emotional Friends League. It is awesome.
You know what's funny about that? I was thinking about the other day, like, that word emotional friend is the greatest thing. I mean, Sal's wife has an emotional friend, and he's got to live with that every day. You know? And it's such a funny word, emotional friend.
And
you know what? They used to call it...
We put 143 on the map. I mean,
know.
everywhere I go. One time I went out to a comedy show. 10 guys showed up with "I'm the Emotional Friend" T-shirts. and
were
won
Jerry
4-3 on the back.
If you were Jerry O'Connell, wouldn't your team be I fuck Rebecca Romaine? Wouldn't that be your team?
Well, it's funny because I was listening to the best of 2008. I was listening to Jerry O'Connell on the wrap-up show, and now that I know he's in the league and how much it means to him, it's so interesting hearing him talk about how he can't really watch the game at home. He can't watch all the games at home. How he got season tickets to the San Diego Chargers because he loves them so much, and he thought in his mind, you know, Rebecca and I will get up on Sunday mornings, we'll take the drive, we'll have brunch, it'll be great. She's like, I want no part of your football. I don't want to go to your game. So Jerry loves this thing that he can't really fully appreciate.
So how's he going to stay in this long time if Rebecca's like kind of pulling the plug on his passion?
He says, you know what, there's things, I'll have my moments and then she'll have her moments, and we'll just have to learn to live apart.
Sounds like a typical marriage.
He sets his, the other thing that blew me away in that is that he sets his alarm early so he can get up and play video games because she doesn't like that either.
Wow.
Right, he can't play when she's awake.
Why can't he play?
I don't know.
I got to interview him.
And then at one point, like Benji even brought up the whole thing. She doesn't like the sound of the football game on in the house.
Right.
So Benji said, "Well, did you ever think of getting wireless headphones?" But there was something wrong with that too that she didn't like.
Because then she won't be able to hear him, or he won't be able to hear her if he's wearing headphones.
She wants him paying attention to her all the time. Wow. That's a lot of pressure.
When she's awake, she needs attention.
Yeah, well, she's used to getting it.
Yeah.
That's
That's what you buy into.
It's always paying the bills, paying attention. You know.
What's going on with you at home?
Paying attention.
They want us to pay for everything, and they don't do anything
What's
in return.
going on with you at home?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Are
great.
you going to be in hell the rest of your life?
Hell started 13 years ago when I walked down the aisle, I think.
Yeah.
But no, you know, you make the best of it.
Right.
You make the best of
Good
it.
attitude.
Was the marriage ever good?
You know, I think it was good. It was good in the beginning.
Right.
You know,
Before the kids?
You know, I've come to the conclusion.
Do kids ruin the marriage?
They definitely throw a monkey wrench into the mix. You know what I mean? You think everything is really, really good. It's almost like I don't know. It's like you marry a hot chick and all of a sudden somebody sewed up her vagina. It's like, you know, what was the point of this? You know, I got scammed. I think marriage in a way is somewhat of a scam.
But as soon as, let me ask you something, before you had kids, as soon as she stopped having sex with you, why didn't you get the fuck out?
Why'd you have more
Because
kids?
she didn't completely stop having sex with me.
Yeah.
You know, it
was
Did you just a little?
just a little, but now it's a lot. You know, now, you know, that's just the way it is.
I can with Sal, I can attest to the fact, like, when your wife doesn't give you sex a month after the kid was born, you can sympathize with that. A year later, you wonder what happened.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't really want to shag a girl after, you know, when she has the kid, especially if you're in the delivery room. You see, that thing looks like a mangled roast beef, and you don't want to go near it. So a month, I can understand, but after that month...
What are you doing? Are you going to Rick's every day? I hear you go to Rick's every day.
He was there last night.
No, I wasn't there yesterday. No, I wasn't there. That's all right. But it is a wonderful place.
There was a guy...
I heard when you go to Rick's, every single person there knows your name. That's what I heard.
I'm like Norm from Cheers
Rick's
over there.
Cheers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Sal.
Hey, Sal. What's doing?
You know what's crazy? The ironic thing is that married women keep these places in business.
They do.
You know, it's wives that drive these businesses to make lucrative amounts of money. It's unbelievable.
It's fun going when you're single.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it's not, you know, if it's not... If one
what do you want more than anything in life? Just to be single?
No, to be single.
He
no.
wants death.
No, I'm fairly happy. You know, I'm happy here, and you know, I'm happy with my children.
And she's still seeing the emotional friend. You know that.
No,
you know that, don't you?
No.
You know how Robin's an expert on Artie? I'm an expert on you. You know your wife's still seeing the emotional friend. And she's texting or something, right?
Better at...
No, I hope not, Howard. But you know, if she is, good luck to him.
Wait a minute.
Good luck to him.
Why would you care at this point?
Because I love my wife and I love my children. You know. And
Is it a proprietary thing? Like you just
what does that
wanna...
mean?
No one wants to share their wife with an emotional
Right, but
friend.
I mean, you don't sound like you particularly like this woman. So why do you care who she's talking to?
No, he
It's the
wants
mother of his kids.
Right.
I'm simply saying she could talk to anybody, couldn't she?
Quite frankly, let her go fuck whoever she wants, but you go do the same thing.
Yeah, but nah, that's not good, and you're not setting a good example for the children. You know,
What is this example?
well, I grew up in an environment. My dad always, unfortunately, cheated on my mom. You know, and when your friends are calling you saying, "Hey, I saw your dad making out with a broad at a bar,"
right?
You know, those are things that you don't forget.
Right.
So I never wanted.
Well, what about when your kids hear that you dunked your balls in chocolate and put them on
Richard.
I'm doing that to put him through college.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I'm
good.
doing it, for my children. So, you don't want to be in a position.
When's the last time you had intercourse with your wife? Be honest.
Not too long. About a month ago.
A month?
Yeah, a month ago.
Jeez.
How did
That's
that
not
happen?
too long.
Yeah, it's funny. I said a month. I didn't even think. I thought that was good. I thought you were going to be proud of me. I didn't think you were going to say Jesus.
But how did it happen? Do you luck up on it? What?
How did that happen?
Keeps nagging her.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just amazing the things that come out of her mouth. I think are just so funny. Like when that relax thing that she pulls. I want to relax. People are in love. They have sex, and it's a form of relaxation.
Right.
And she says, "Well, my form of relaxation from sex is when you're done, you roll over, go to bed, and I get to relax." And I'm like,
what do you
wow.
mean? She says she doesn't want to have sex because she needs to relax?
Yes.
That's her
I just
excuse?
She goes, and then my nickname is Commercial Break Boy.
What does that mean?
When a commercial from the Oprah show comes on, I get to slip it in and get in and get out.
That was a month ago.
Yeah.
But why did she give it all of a sudden a month ago? Like,
why?
What happened?
Well, we do have sex and stuff, but a month ago, it was a little late at night, and I was just like, come on. I nagged her, like you said, and she's like, all right, let's go. Let's get this over with.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sounds like fun.
I swear to God, the way she takes her clothes off, it's like those guys in prison before they're going to get their assholes checked. She's rolling her eyes, she's dropping it down. She's like, let's go.
Did she try to keep some clothes on even? Like
little
not
bit.
get fully undressed?
Yeah, that does happen.
Like that way it'll be over quicker?
I kissed her, she's like, oh, you got a mouth like a dog. I mean,
my God.
Is that what she says?
Sometimes.
What does that mean, a mouth like a dog?
Like I'm too wet and sloppy, and I'm not used to tonguing a chick. It's been a while, so
You get a little.
Sometimes she does sometimes turn me off when we're going at it.
We should practice at Rick's.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Like if I'm fucking a girl and then she says to me, "Man, you got a mouth like a dog," I'm out. I pull out and I go, you know what? It's over.
Yeah,
it's done.
It's hard for us to relate to that because we think you're gross too because you're a guy. Like we're not chicks, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm sure a chick. You're not a bad-looking guy. You're not fat. You don't have anything bad about. I would assume a normal chick would like to bang you. I don't know. And if your wife says that,
does she ever come up?
When did he get bad at kissing? He must have been bad at it all along.
The thing is that the problem with my wife, and thank you, Artie, because my wife never ever compliments me. And believe it or not, I know it sounds a little gay, but when you had the emotional friend, when that happens in your life, you kind of need a little reassurance to, let somebody.
No, that ain't gay.
Even before the emotional friend,
But,
you'd like to hear something nice every once in a while.
Saturday morning, I got out of the shower, I changed, and my wife comes home. She's like, "You showered?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "You did?" I go, "Yeah." And I go, "You look fucking great too." I mean, what are you implying that I just, she's acting like I just came out of a fucking like a mound of shit or something. And I'm like, you never compliment me. She's like, I do, but she doesn't.
Does she ever come up to you and just give you a kiss?
Never.
She's never kissed you.
There's no spontaneous.
That sucks to leave her. Yeah, like spontaneous affection. That sucks to leave a relationship. That is great when a chick does that.
You gotta get out.
And when you get on the road and you have a girl who comes up to you and gives you a hug and says, I love what you do and I think you're handsome.
Be careful.
I know. I'm not going anywhere with this.
You probably have, but I don't blame you.
I say to my wife.
You should fuck her.
No, I know. I say to my wife, I go, when I'm on the road, I have so many wonderful, great fans, women who love the show.
Have sex with them.
Half of them have husbands.
So what?
Not that I would anyway.
Dude, you gotta get out.
Now Sal behaves himself on the road. I see it. But
Sal,
he looks like he's exuding a lot of willpower.
Sal, you gotta get out.
No, I love my wife.
No, you don't.
I think I'm in a typical marriage. It's become an arrangement. We're a partnership. You do this, I do that.
You gotta get out, dude. This is gonna be how old are you now?
I'm 39. I'll be 40.
You're too young for this, man. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
What do you got? 40 years left? And in terms of fucking, what do you got? 20 years left? 30? I don't know.
Well,
whatever the statistics are, and it's
if you've got two.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I'm 41, so look, get a divorce, me and you. We'll spend the last 5 years of my life on the road, and you'll have, about 20, 30?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, Gary's league was emotional friends. I don't want you guys to talk me into divorce.
Well, I mean, what do you think that was going to lead to?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Your problem is you can't afford to get divorced right now because you got the 3 kids, but...
cheaper to keep her.
Cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, I did talk to a guy once. He says, what do you make? How many kids do you have? What's your debt? He wrote it all down on a yellow notepad. He looked at me like I was retarded. He chucked the pad at me. He goes, financially, you're fucked. So,
who was the guy, Dominic?
I don't know. Let's just say spaghetti in a ceramic plate busted over somebody's head, but not Dominic.
Listen, you know what? He's telling you the truth.
You mean tell me Dominic looked at your finances and said, hey,
he threw the book at me. He literally threw it at me.
He said, just go home and work things out.
He said, get out of my office. You make me sick.
He did the math. You can't get out.
He did the math and he said, you're in.
Literally, get him out of here.
Because there's no money. He goes, wait, because he's in doing the math. He's like, there's no room where you're going to pay me $200,000.
That's right.
It was the only time he didn't have to use a calculator. Everything was one digit.
Kathy, you're on the air. Hi, Kathy.
You know what, Sal? You're an asshole. I wouldn't fuck you either.
Right, good.
You know what? Your wife, instead of looking at her like mangled roast beef after she's had a kid, that's amazing. My husband looked at me so differently in a good way. He couldn't believe
He's lying.
Yeah, of course he's lying.
Matter of fact,
He's going to tell you your twat looks like a roast beef. You're never going to bang him again. He's lying.
He is not lying. I swear to God, he is horny for me every friggin' night. We've been married almost 25 years.
By the way, though, Kathy, Sal is horny for his wife. That's not the problem. You know.
And but you know what? When I listen to Sal, I think, who the hell would ever stay with this asshole?
Right. Yeah, well, that's his wife's point. You know, she's not here to argue her point. Our point is, listen, he's been such an asshole for so long that there's no way you'd want to kiss him or fuck him because he's an incredibly embarrassing asshole.
Thank you, Howard.
Yeah, I mean, I have to argue her point.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you know what? I can't even tell you. My husband does come up to me and kiss me, and I go to kiss him because he's genuinely nice to me, and he doesn't stick his balls in chocolate, and he doesn't do stupid, idiotic things like you do.
But that's not his profession. That's mine.
His profession is sticking his balls in chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I do.
How do you put that down in your tax return?
No wonder you doesn't get paid that much. No wonder you can't afford a divorce. Your profession is sticking your balls in chocolate.
It is pretty bad.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know how she puts up with you. And
well, you can move in with her, okay? And you could figure it out, all right? Because you know everything.
Over on
I
vacation.
don't know everything, but I do know I've been married for 25 years, like I said. And you know what? It's not always easy.
I never said it was.
Hey, on vacation, didn't you take your wife to California over Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Did you guys have sex at all in California?
No.
No?
On a vacation?
That's pathetic. That's pathetic. Hey, before I hang up,
That's like it's my fault.
It is your fault.
Okay.
But anyway, Artie.
Yeah.
I just finished your book, and I love it.
#1 bestseller.
Wow, you can read. It's amazing.
You're such an idiot, Sal.
Sal, please, how dare you?
The book is great.
This is Artie's fan. Stop it.
Yeah.
My agent, Don Buckwell, just said he finished the book. He loved it.
Did he really?
Yeah, he thought it was great. He says, have you read it? I said, I work with Artie. I haven't read it yet, but I have it all scheduled out for my vacation. No, I'm reading it over the vacation.
You have cliff notes for Howard Hardy?
No. You know what it is? I need time to sit down and read the book.
It's an amazing book. Every father and son should read that book because that's a father and son's book.
Yeah.
There you go. There's an endorsement from
Well,
Sal.
there you go, Sal. Thank you.
It really is because it was. I just lost it when I read it.
Well, what are you going to tell your sons about marriage?
Don't do it.
Play the old tapes with me on Sirius.
I think you should tell your sons to call me, Sal. I'll tell them how to be a good husband.
What are you going to do? Blow my sons? I mean, why would my sons have to call you? Why would my sons call you? I mean, she's being ridiculous. Call her. My sons are going to call her. Hey, this lady just called Daddy an asshole in front of 20 million people. Why don't you give her a call, son? That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Daddy just blew Richard in front of 4 million listeners.
And that's really nice. Well, that's nice of you. That's what you would say to my children.
No, I would not say that to your children. I would tell them how to have a good, solid marriage.
Yeah, avoid you.
Well, she
Avoid
has a
me.
good one.
No, you know, believe it or not, I don't go down on my husband, and he doesn't care.
You don't go down.
He sure does. Yeah, sure. So he doesn't insult your vagina after pregnancy.
Wait a second, hold a second. Why don't you go down on your husband?
I just don't like it, and I suppose the gagging sounds I used to make in college afterwards, you know, when I did.
Does he go down on you?
Once, and I wouldn't let him after that.
Why? Explain to me why women don't want a guy to go down on them.
I'll tell you why I didn't let my husband, because he had never done it before.
Right.
And he didn't do it properly. He didn't do it the right way, and I couldn't walk for a week.
What?
What do you mean? It hurt?
No, he sucked on it instead of doing what he was supposed to do.
What's he supposed to do? Like lick it?
Punch it?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And, he just ruined me for it.
Wow.
Wow, you really are in love, which sounds fantastic. You don't blow him, and he ruined your vagina by sucking you too hard. You have a great marriage. Please call my children.
We have a great sex life, though.
What do? You just fuck, right?
Yeah.
So what happens? Like when you guys are ready to do it, he kisses you a couple of times, rubs over the boobs, and then he just gets on top of you and puts it in?
Sounds like
Oh, God, no. No.
What's he do?
Not that quick.
What do you do? Does he put his finger in you?
Some of that.
But you don't like that.
A lot of foreplay.
What kind of foreplay? You pretty much eliminated everything.
No, well,
Which is fine.
The mouth is not the only thing that's, we do what we do.
Tell me the routine. Take me through it. I'm curious. I'm not kidding you.
Now, is this Howard?
Yeah.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
Oh, what a dope.
No, it's hard to hear on a cell phone, Sal, you idiot.
Kathy, tell me what the routine is.
Usually, I initiate because he could do it all the time. Plus, I've had 5 or 6 surgeries down there.
Right.
I had to have a hysterectomy. I've had all kinds of problems. He's been incredibly patient. So when we can, we do. I take him up to the bedroom, or I get undressed right in the living room in front of him. I mean, our kids are pretty much grown. We have one living at home, but he's out. And if he's out, I just do a little striptease for him, or take off part of my clothes, and he immediately becomes erect.
Right.
And we either go upstairs or wherever we are, and we just, it's just very loving, very
So then he puts it in, right?
Eventually, sure.
Yeah. I'm saying there's not a lot of foreplay. Just you're ready for him.
No, sometimes we do massage, and we have all kinds of gels and creams that we can use, and sometimes we shower together.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old. If it gets old and boring, we change it.
And what positions are you a fan of?
Because of what's going on with me surgically, I'm not crazy about being on top, but once in a while I can do that.
So what do you like, a doggy?
No, I like missionary mostly.
Does he ever roll you over on your side or get you from behind?
Yeah, absolutely. The side is the best for me.
Okay.
Sometimes on the side, sometimes from behind, but he likes that best. So sometimes, we'll do that.
Wow, that's
I can't
wonderful.
believe I'm talking so openly, because I don't talk too openly about this, but I can't see you, so.
Right.
Thank God we can't see you either.
Actually,
what are they, hysterectomy scars?
What? Hysterectomy.
How did you explain it to him?
She probably looks like Frankenstein pussy with all those fucking hysterectomy scars all over her twat.
Hysterectomy?
I can't say the word hysterectomy.
I have not one scar, not one.
Yeah, it's in your fucking head.
I kept myself in shape all these years.
Before your husband, did you like getting an oral?
I met my husband in college, so I really haven't had too much experience, and only had oral one other time. And that guy sucked at it too, but not for the same reason my husband did.
I guess if you're with a chick who doesn't want oral, maybe it's good because you can go right to fucking her.
Listen, I love doing that to a woman. If I'm really attracted to a girl,
you dig it.
I mean, of course, yeah. Why not?
But obviously they found each other. They're compatible.
But what if she doesn't?
Not so great at oral. She doesn't like it.
What if she doesn't want it?
Then if she doesn't want, I tell you what, that usually turns me off to a relationship.
Yeah. But how do you know they're totally compatible? She's not good at it, so she doesn't do it. Maybe he does want it, even though he says he doesn't. He doesn't. He's saying he doesn't want it because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings.
They're having a great sex life. They're doing it how often?
Many times a week.
So you guys can carry
But I'd be
on all you
nervous.
want.
She sounds like she's about to fall apart down there.
Robin doesn't
Right.
like giving a guy oral.
No, I have very
That's
good
not
doctors. They
true.
put me together very well.
You do like giving a guy oral? You told me you didn't.
I'm very loving.
But you don't like doing it.
No, it's not that.
You like getting eaten, right? Because a lot of girls don't like it, Robin. Right?
Yes.
A lot of girls don't like it.
A lot of girls don't like it.
Yep. A lot of girls don't.
Why do you
I
think
am
that
shocked
is?
that you're saying that. I don't talk to women who say that.
I've talked to women who say they don't really care about that. They want the main event, and that's it.
Well, I love the main event, but you know,
You want that too.
yeah.
I was with a girl.
everything.
I was with a girl who had the attitude like, don't. She seemed uncomfortable with it for some reason. Like, I don't know, not like a religious thing, but she was like, don't feel like you have to do that. Like almost. Like,
Really?
yeah.
I think personally,
that turns me off.
I think it's a sanitary issue. I really do. I mean, the vagina has a tendency to smell very easily, and especially if you get
You
build up.
think women are embarrassed to
Yeah, because-
have you down there?
Well, let's say you meet a girl at a bar. She hasn't had the opportunity to go to the bathroom and check her oil. You're making out with. She's not exactly sure if she's clean. So if you bury your nose down there, you might be in
Some
for a little
women are afraid that you're going to take a whiff.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
it ruins their
And,
fun.
if you've
Right.
been, were you with a person who was lily fresh and they said don't bother?
Yeah, sure. I have.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This girl I'm talking about, I dated her for a couple of months. You know, yeah.
And there have been times, I'm sure, Howard, we've all gotten a whiff. I mean, your cock is just ready to check out. I mean, it just...
Well, that's a different
You get
story.
one hit of that bad puss.
I'm talking about women not liking it.
It's all over.
Bad puss.
I'm thinking about
Bad puss.
I'm thinking about the old days.
All right, anyway, I got to take a break. Hey, Kathy, thanks for talking to us.
Howard, love you.
I love you, too.
I listen to you every day. Love you, Artie. Hi, Robin.
Hi
All right, thank you.
All right, get
Hi,
lost.
Fred.
Very
Bye.
good. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hi,
Thanks.
Fred.
Thanks, Kathy, for your advice.
I'd be afraid to fuck her.
You know what, I have to tell you, I don't think my marriage is any different than anybody's long-term marriage. It's unfortunate, but that doesn't mean I don't love her any less or she doesn't love me. There are just some obstacles that we can't get over, like, crazy wild sex. But that's what happens, and you don't. It's not a bad thing, but it's not it's not terms for divorce, in my opinion.
So you don't ever see that aspect of your marriage taking over and becoming too powerful for you to stay married? The fact that you want sex more than she does.
Nah, not at all. Robin, is sex really that important?
Yes.
See? Well, there you go. Everything I just said, erase it. It's all over. Just cut to Robin, and there's your segment.
All right.
Yes, it is. Well, Robin's single. When you're single, that's the beauty of being single. That is that you come across situations where you're with a stranger, and you can always have those intimate feelings, those butterflies that you get initially when you fall in love with somebody. That's the greatest feeling in the world, is that anxious nervousness, like you can't wait to see them naked, you can't wait to get passionate with them, but that fades real fast. Once the lust is over, then you're down to walking around in Bed Bath & Beyond with 3 kids and, a wife who's yelling at you, and then when you get home and you're exhausted, you got to stop at Burger King, and who wants chicken nuggets, who wants french fries, who's got to make a fucking pit stop at the bathroom at the pizzeria, and then she's too tired and she's got to catch up on her TiVo shit, and I'm laying down there with my cock in my hand just begging for a half-ass hand job. That's the way it goes. I'm getting divorced. Goodbye.
G is here with headlines, and then the governor of California will be calling us to, I don't even know what he wants to say, but he asked if he could come on. Arnold Schwarzenegger, governor of California. Lisa G in a summer dress today.
I
Lisa,
know, thank God it's 80 degrees.
And what is going to happen now that it's 80 degrees? I mean, how
Dresses, sandals.
You're really
I'm
happy.
so happy.
Okay.
Jogging in the park.
Easy.
Let's go.
Wow.
Somebody hose her down.
I'm so happy it's warm.
You love it. You love it.
Don't
All right.
you? Come on.
No, please. Are you kidding? I almost went outside yesterday. It was so warm. Everyone said to me, can you believe how warm it is here? How would I know? I'm locked up in a cage.
Yeah, somebody asked me, and I was like, I really don't know what the air feels like.
Really? Come on.
Well, I actually went to dinner with Mary McCormick last night, who is my movie wife. She's doing well. She's doing a play in Manhattan.
I must go see her.
So we had dinner together.
She's in Boeing, right?
I don't know. Is that what she's in?
Yes.
Is it about? She plays a German woman.
Yeah, I think it's a guy who dates 3 women or stewardesses at the same time. I believe that's the plot.
She didn't tell me a thing about it, and I didn't ask. No, I don't ask. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know what she's doing.
I told her I hate plays.
Oh, geez.
She goes, well, you're going to come and support me on the opening, right? And I go, what night is it? She goes, a Wednesday night. I go, I ain't going. I got to work the next day. She goes, it's 7 o'clock, for God's sake. I said, yeah, when's it over?
Well, you could go to the red carpet is what she means. You don't have to necessarily.
Oh, really? Can I sneak out?
When's it over?
Yeah, what time's it end? I mean, honestly, that's American Idol night. It's a big night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I'm just kidding. You know what? I said to her, honestly, I don't get plays. I really don't. I said, who goes to them? Who sits at them? Who, is so anxious to get tickets to them? I go, it sounds horrible. And she, I think she left at that point. All right. Anyway, so what's going on in the Howard 100 News?
So how sad is JD? A post on his MySpace blog reveals just how depressing things have gotten for him. The post was written the day of Artie's attempted attack on Teddy and states, quote, what happened was controversial. Some people don't even believe it's real. A lot of feelings were hurt. Lives changed because of it. But who would have thought that I would be the best dancer of the Stern Show staff? It's unbelievable, right? And then, of course, something happened with Artie. And my victory has been forgotten and or unnoticed. Oh, well.
He blogs, JD?
Apparently.
Yeah. Wow, that's so
sad.
Blogging in itself is sad. It's like,
come on, he's joking around.
But blogging is so sad. I mean, what is it, JD?
How is that a news story? That's like the most retarded thing ever.
What, your blog?
Yeah, it's not.
Why do you
I didn't know
blog?
you have a blog.
What,
Well,
are you
I
like
write
Mike
things-
Ganji? You need to be known?
No. Well,
You need, in other words, the time you get on this show is enough. Now you want your thoughts out there for everyone to read?
well, no, I had an idea, and that was my funny idea of the day, and I did it, and I didn't mean for it to be like Howard 100 News.
But hey,
How often do you blog?
Not that often.
who is it for?
Yeah, like who is your core audience for that?
Whoever goes to my MySpace page. I get like friend requests
friends do
every
you have?
freaking day.
Doesn't it seem like a waste of time though to blog? I mean,
Sometimes.
like who are you writing
No,
to?
dude, that's why I hardly do it. I
Yeah,
don't
but why
do it.
is that important for you to blog? Like, what is it you have to get off your chest? Why
I
don't you go,
had
why don't
an
you go
idea.
make a
That
real,
was an idea I had.
Why don't you go make a friend, a real friend, not a MySpace friend, and like
Friends
and
suck.
I mean, like he's writing down his thoughts.
But he doesn't talk to anybody. That's why he needs to blog.
Yeah.
How many FRs do you get a day?
Look at you.
What's an FR?
Friend request.
Oh, friend request. How do you know that?
I just made that up. I don't know. Is that a thing?
No.
All right, thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Coining it.
And your
How
blog.
many friends he has?
I'm glad I could help the news out.
Now, but JD he thinks it's no big deal, but he likes saying how many friends he has
Oh,
because
he
he's got a
does.
shitload.
Come on.
How many do you have?
friends?
Well, I have like over 10,000 MySpace friends.
Wow.
But why do you blog? Do you you want to
Dude,
create?
It's not. Listen.
What is it? What is it, when you sit down to blog? Like, what's going on internally with you? Like, you.
I don't know. You know what? Sometimes,
Are you a star? Is that what it is?
No, I don't.
Do you think it's important that people hear your thoughts?
Sometimes, I think I just need to write something to write, and that's all I can do.
What is the need to write?
Well, I want to be a filmmaker, and I feel the only way I can sort of get into it is if I write like my first project.
That's
And
a project,
I haven't really gotten to that point. But
writing about Artie's blow up and how you feel about it. And
but
that you're
it's
a good
at least
dancer?
writing something. I don't know.
Creative writing.
What do you think's going on, Robin, psychologically? Like, why is he writing on a blog?
I think that he needs to have human contact.
Yeah.
And he's not capable of actually making a friend.
Well, yeah.
So he's talking to people on the internet. That's as close as he can get. But he needs to express himself.
But if you're going to express yourself, like, why don't you write about cool stuff about how angry you get when hot girls come in the office and they don't want to go out with you? I mean, write about that shit. That's what I want to read that.
Well, you know what? After my
would go on
MySpace got
that
read on the
site.
air, I have a conscious thing of everything being read on the air. So,
But write about cool stuff. Like, do you want to have sex with Lisa G?
Not really, no.
No. So write about that.
Huh?
Write about that.
That's a line. I don't want to have sex with Lisa G.
Why? You know you'd want Lisa G. You don't want Lisa G as your girlfriend?
No.
Really?
No.
You're so full of shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not full of shit.
She's an attractive lady.
And she's gonna
All
dress.
right. She just can be very, like, you know, very, you know.
Annoying?
Yes.
Are you annoyed with her now because she did this story?
Yes. Yeah. Like, how sad is JD? Fuck off.
It
Leave
is
me
sad.
alone.
She's right. It's sad.
Whatever. Who cares?
You're blogging.
Yeah, they'll point it out to everyone. Jesus, I know how sad my life is already. It doesn't need to be pointed out by everyone.
Why are you not announcing the Howard TV commercials? Hi, this is JD.
Yeah.
Howard TV. I want you to announce. Thank you. All right, that's the new voice of Howard TV right there. If Lisa G offered herself to you, if she came to you and said, look, JD, out of all the guys here, you make me the horniest, and I need a man. I haven't had one in a while. You would not want her?
That would, maybe, but that would be a totally different way of how I see Lisa now.
Lisa, is that ever going to happen where you go to JD and say, you make me horny and I need you to satisfy me?
No.
Never.
No, because she has taste.
Oh.
Oh, see how sad he is? That's so sad.
You said that once on the air already.
Oh, my God.
He remembers everything you said. It's like a serial killer.
I'm like a parrot.
Everything about me.
He's a blogger, you know.
I saw Teddy yesterday on the elevator with his lunch at Burger King. And I said, do you go to Burger King every day? He goes, no, I'd rather have McDonald's, but that's a far walk. And there's a McDonald's like a block and a half away.
It's busy there, dude.
Everybody should get in the sun, but I said, what?
Teddy or JD you're talking about?
JD.
Oh, you said
You
Teddy.
said Teddy.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
No, I saw JD with the Burger King.
Oh.
Substitute everything I just said about Teddy with JD. And I
JD,
really...
you won't walk to McDonald's?
It's like it's a McDonald's like right on
By the way, Artie doesn't believe in talking about other people on the air, but he saw you going to McDonald's. No, but seriously, why can't you walk to McDonald's? You won't walk an extra block and a half?
Sometimes I very rarely do it. It's like
He's getting heavy, right, Art?
Oh, fuck off. Fuck you. Leave me alone.
It's not that he's heavy, it's flimsy.
he's doughy.
Yeah.
I'm very doughy. Whatever.
I'm jiggly.
I'm at least constant.
No, but I felt bad because I said, what is your day? So you leave here when? He's told me like 3:30. And then he goes right to that apartment and he sleeps until he has to come back here again.
He has no life.
That's right.
That's why he's my favorite. That's why he's my favorite employee.
But that's why he's blogging.
Can you do push-ups and stuff, or are you too weak?
I did like 5 push-ups one time here.
You know, but you're thin and you're in your 20s. You should be able to do more. Even I could do like about 20 at that point. I don't know.
All right. Thank you.
Can I leave now?
No.
Oh, too bad.
Look, he's wearing the Artie Lang shirt. Look at that kid. He's very supportive.
Hey, on your dad's webpage, are you now #1 friend or you're not? You know his dad has a webpage and it says you're #1 friend and JD's like #3?
I think I'm number... I don't know.
Have you
I think
moved
I'm
up
number
at all?
I haven't been to it in forever.
What were you again? You were #2 or 3, right?
I was #2. My brother was #1.
Osama bin Laden was #3.
And you're older than your brother.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Because it was JD, you could say, look, you're my firstborn, you know. That's
right.
I think I know why JD blogs, Howard. We sort of figured it out. We got it. So he does his blog where he talks about how miserable his life is, and then everybody writes him to cheer him up.
Oh.
See?
Let me see.
He's getting interaction.
So I decided to go to a birthday party for someone.
Oh, my God.
A friend of a friend. And if you know me, it's rare I even leave my house. If you know me. Look at this blog. But I thought I would change things up a bit. Say if anything happens at this place. It's all angry. Maybe I'll meet a girl or get a number or something. More than likely. Isn't it more than likely?
What did he write?
THEN.
Oh.
More than likely. He's blogging.
I don't know. I'm a filmer. I don't know.
I would have sat in a corner watching everyone else dance, but hey, at least I went there. So I go to the China Club. Oh, this is where they didn't let you in.
Oh, they didn't let him in.
So I got in a cab and went home, and now I'm going to play my PS3 till I pass out. What's a PS3?
PlayStation 3.
Douchebag.
Fuck you. You play chess. Leave me alone.
Listen, now people write back. That's brutal, JD. It has happened to all. It has happened to all us at one point or another. Enjoy the PS3, John.
Man, that is like, you know.
Oh, man.
This one from a girl. Sucks you had to pay for a cab for nothing. Next time, bring me. The tits will get you in. Why don't you call this broad?
Yeah, what about that? Call her?
Probably lives like in
Contact her?
freaking
It's probably what?
Arizona or something.
There's a chick who said she wants to come out with you.
Heather Whiz. This guy goes, that sucks, but don't give up on the nightlife because of it. Rachel and Jake. All of JD's friends write back and tell him he's not a loser.
It's okay, JD.
Thank you.
Fresh Kid Eyes. I used to sit in the corner and watch everyone thing. I used to do that. I soon came to realize that the people I was observing, the people who thought they were cool, were not the kind of people I wanted to be around. Conversely, these people were utterly lame and shallow. Yeah, right, asshole.
Arrogant.
You only wish you were part of that crowd. Why even put yourself in that situation? Playing games until you pass out is perfectly fine as long as the games aren't shitty.
Exactly.
This is like Nerdville, USA.
Ooh, I'm telling you, what hole have you fallen into?
I don't care about those kids. I want to stay home and play PlayStation 3.
Who wants to be them?
Fuck all those cool kids.
Fuck all those kids getting laid.
I don't think this is
games till you pass out.
I like staying home and passing out on my PlayStation 3.
And staring at the crack in the wall.
Don't play shitty games, that's all.
I don't think it's such a bad thing that he's writing this. I just don't see how this is going to get him to be a filmmaker.
Yeah, his blog.
I mean, you got to write a script.
I know.
But I've got to write something.
You know, he hasn't sat down to write the script, and he just feels that, he wants to exercise his writing muscle, Artie.
I'd publish a book, JD's blog.
I would call it an unsuccessful life.
Yeah, Ralph.
Oh, my God, Ralph?
Excuse me. Did Artie just say that he could do 20 push-ups?
He said when he was
20s.
his age.
Oh, I thought.
And I could probably do close to that now.
He could do it. He did them recently.
He's a strong man.
I did 22 recently. Yeah.
Trust me, if you saw him run out of this room after Teddy, the guy's not weak.
Hey, speaking about that and promos and stuff, did you hear the promo for the replay of the Artie thing?
No.
I think they're sort of glorifying his.
They are. Tim came in and goes, plug the fact that we're having the big Artie weekend this weekend.
Big Artie blow-up special.
I mean, but
Tim came in with corporate orders. He went, they got to pump up the Artie blow-up.
Come on, doesn't that send the wrong message?
Yes.
Yes, we love sending the wrong message.
We've been sending the wrong message for the last 30 years.
It'd be really great if he got his hands wrapped around his throat. That'd be the greatest moment ever. I mean,
Well, it would have been higher ratings, yes. All right, thank you, Ralph.
All right.
All right, there you go, Ralph.
Right.
Ralph worried about society.
Ralph worried about society.
Well, you got retards like Sal around there. Now he's probably going to go in. Who knows?
That's right. Thank you. Retards like Sal. I got retards like you running around, Ralph. All right, JD, good luck with your blog. Sounds like you're onto something big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine him sitting at that computer thinking of shit to write. What's your next blog about? Do you know?
It's going to be, I don't know.
You do too.
No, I don't.
What?
Something
Yeah,
has to
I'm not going to
happen.
blog anymore.
Well,
Something has
It's
to
going to be
happen
fuck
before you-
everyone like Scott.
Oh, jeez.
In 12 years, when I officially get my website off the ground, JD at gigs, he's doing a video blog, JD.
Where he talks?
Well, well, no, I haven't really been doing that.
Because he wants to be a filmmaker.
Hi, this is a video blog.
Well, what are you going to do? You're going to have some sort of voiceover on it? You're going to, talk to the people, interview the people?
Yeah, here and there. It was just I thought it was just going to be like a lot of backstage stuff and whatnot.
We sent that JD to that, what was it, Night of Too Many Stars?
It was, Night of Too Many Comedians or something for Comedy Central.
You want to hear him interview people?
Yes.
All right. Who's your best one? 𝗪cie Grammer?
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman?
This is the Robert Smigel thing for autism.
Oh,
He
okay.
does it every year. Jon Stewart hosts it.
All right, here's JD interviewing. I'll start with Richard Belzer. How'd that go?
I don't know. He was just annoyed. He had like a dog with him, and
he always had his dog.
Yeah, I don't know. The dog.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey now, Gary 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 here, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, John the Stutterer stopped by and was ranting and raving that Ralph makes more money than him and that no one listens to Ralph's show. Of course, he has no facts to support this, but he rambled on anyway, and it was funny as hell to listen to. Here's how it went.
Kevin was a big part of today's show with Maria. Another big part of today's show was John the Stutterer, who came by. And
Hi.
John, hey John, how you doing?
Hi John, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, thanks. You were in the hot seat a little bit there because your anger, I guess, towards Ralph and Tim has sort of taken away your show. And I know you had health concerns and things got crazy with your show, but I'm guessing you missed the airtime. But the first thing that popped in my head, you sound very, very sure about like how Ralph gets paid and all that other stuff. Where did you come up with that? And do you feel like you sort of got that off your chest today and did some good there?
Well, I'm glad that I got it off my chest, obviously, John. Yeah, I have been a fan of the show now for many years. And Ralph, as we all know, is Howard's longtime boyfriend and number one buddy. And I just think that my perception that he gets special preferential treatment is held by many, many fans, and I think that I am the correct. I just know. For example, his stupid show, The Geek Time. Hardly anyone listens to it, but yet it is still on the air.
But John, you state that like it's a fact.
No, but
Oh
but
no,
John,
I know
I'm a
that.
fan. I listen
it
to that.
has hardly any.
And think of the guests he has, the huge guests that he has on that show. People, I mean, and by the way, Ralph is Ralph. We all know what Ralph is, but you can't knock that show.
You can say Ralph sucks because that's your opinion, but to say that nobody's listening to the show, like
Gary,
Tim has a way of knowing Howard was right.
No, Gary.
And believe me, if no one was listening, it would be gone.
No, wrong.
But why do you think you're right?
Gary, Ralph gets paid more than Riley.
But
Jackie.
how do you know that? You still, John, you still haven't said, like, have established, are you just assuming he does?
The interns, his show, listen, the fans that I come in contact with, no one even knows when the show is on. People know when Riley's show is on. They know when the intern show's on. They know when Jackie's show on. When Jackie's show is on, no one knows when Geek Time is on.
Okay, two things.
He does not deserve to get paid more than Jackie.
First of all,
Riley, the interns, the mutt on the Superfan roundtable.
But you quit over
he
the...
does get paid
but
more.
John.
And you all are afraid of Ralph. You all hold Ralph in this... You all hold Ralph in great
hold on a second,
reverence.
I'm going to get that.
And you all hold his opinion dear.
May I say something?
No one cares about his opinion. He's an ugly 47. He's a 47-year-old, no talent, burry face, big nose, lisping, snaggle-toothed, no talent, low life scumbag.
Okay.
He's
All right, John,
ugly,
give me a chance to
old,
talk.
47.
John, I got it.
47-year-old prick. And call in, Ralph, because no one cares what you say. And 99% of the fans agree. And Geek Time sucks.
Well,
no one
John-
listens to Geek Time.
All right, hold on. Let me just say one thing.
And I say,
hold on. Wait. Stop.
Who do boycott Geek Time.
John, let Gary talk. You'll get your chance. Go ahead.
You've heard the fights that Ralph and I have had.
Right.
They're legendary.
Right.
So clearly, I am not afraid of Ralph. Other people have fought with him. I don't think anybody's afraid of Ralph.
Oh,
and I don't know that he's held in high esteem.
He is.
We do find him interesting. I like when he calls
But
a
he
wrap-up
sucks.
show, but that's an opinion, not a fact. And your poll of
call
who knows
now
when
with the fans,
hold on,
and you ask them about
but it's a
Geek Time.
very unscientific
Oh,
poll.
no, it's not.
The people in your little world, like in other words, have you traveled to California? Have you you don't know that everyone. You just know the people that you hang out with don't like Ralph's show. So it's unfair to say you know it for a fact. And I'm telling you, Tim is coming down right now to tell you that Ralph does not get preferential treatment or any more money than anyone else.
Now, John,
I think he does.
John, you got to let
I know what
Tim,
you think, but
gotta
you don't
let
know
Tim,
it.
let Tim talk, and then you could say what you want. 'Cause you said some not so nice things about Tim either today.
I'm shocked. I thought John and I were very close. It really blew me away. I guess we're not vacationing together now.
What did you call him today, John?
No. Well, I called him fat, and I
Wow.
referred to him the way that the great Riley Martin does as a cheap motherfucker.
Left out the Jew part.
I mean, well, no, I love the Jews, but
I do too.
yeah, but no, I just feel that if I were to do Straight Talk again, that I should be paid equal to what that no talent, ugly old 47-year-old, big nose, berry face.
I'm going to interrupt you. I talk over you.
Ralph,
How do you know? How do you know that you're not? How do you know that you're not
Because
paid?
there's
what
no way that Ralph is only getting paid $150 a show. He's getting paid more than Riley. He's getting paid more than Mutt. He's getting paid
Wow.
more than Jackie.
Tim, do you want to address this?
I don't comment on anybody's salaries or what they
But
make.
I know he's getting.
But
you don't know. You're guessing. You feel it, but you don't know it.
We treat everybody here as fairly as humanly possible, and there's not a lot of
Except
money
for
here.
me.
No. There's not a lot of money. You have a great opportunity.
I know that this man here agrees with me.
John,
I know he does, but everyone's afraid of
Nobody's
everyone's
afraid of
that
Ralph.
ugly 47-year-old
John,
prick.
You say
Who's
Doug Goodstein is afraid?
47-year-old. He goes to clubs. He's a 47-year-old club kid.
But if he goes
He's
to
a
clubs,
prick.
he goes to clubs and he picks up chicks. Does that make you jealous? Is that part of it, or do you
No.
not care?
Why are you? See, everyone
I'm
here
He's afraid.
defends Ralph.
I'm not defending
He's
him.
a prick.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
He's a prick. He's a prick.
But he's a prick to you.
He's a prick, yeah.
But doesn't make
and
him
he's a prick to 99.9% of all of the fans.
John, why
how do
don't
you know that?
Wait, John, why don't
Ask him.
John?
Get it.
John,
Ask him
John,
right now.
I'm asking you a question. Why don't you think Ralph is calling in to engage? I mean, do you think he doesn't really care about what you think, or do you think he may be afraid of you in some way?
Well, no, he's not afraid. He doesn't care, but
I know why.
But I'm just saying, he's a 47-year-old,
berry
no
face,
talent
no
asshole who doesn't, and no one listens to Geek Time. No one listens to
No one
him.
listens to those directors
No
and stars and
one
producers he has on
listens
that show. All
No
those guys have
one
huge followings of
listens
themselves. Of
to
course
it.
they do.
The
No
reason
one-
Ralph's not
no
here
one listens to it.
because he went to the club last night and he hasn't woken up yet.
No one
That late.
listens to it.
Well, John, thank you so much for coming down.
He's an ugly 47-year-old prick, and Ralph, fuck you.
Hi, everybody. It's Sal Guffinelli. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed my yeast infection and if my penis smells. Richard Christie took a whiff, so he'll have his input there as well. We also talked about my foreskin and how I have Foreskin Friday and do great things with my foreskin, like make cannolis out of it and Freddy Krueger and John Travolta. So lots of good things to talk about. Plus, I give you some good homeopathic Advice on how to maintain your penis, keep it clean and fresh and serene. No Vaseline, if you know what I mean. Fuck her in the spleen. Give her a good lean. You make her good tea. Enjoy.
Richard, before Sal comes in here, I want to ask you. You said that you can smell, like you could smell the yeast that grows on him.
And let me make it clear, because he's kind of freaked out by this. His cock doesn't always stink. This was like one time a year or two ago. I want to make it clear, Sal normally has a clean cock. On this one day, I happened to get a whiff.
It was like his cock drank coffee, forgot to brush its teeth.
Exactly, yes.
See, Gary, it sounds like Richard's backpedaling a little bit here from what he said on the air.
You could tell Sal was genuine. He's like, no, but like you could tell Sal was sort of offended by that.
And at first, Richard was like, no, it does. It really does. And then by the end, you were disclaiming like you just did. So,
and I literally just told Sal, we were both in the restroom, and I said, everybody's cock stinks once in a while. You know, it's not at the end of the world.
It's embarrassing to hear on the air for the first time that once in a while my cock stinks in the bathroom. I'm very, very clean. As you know, today you sniffed my penis on the air. It was fine.
But it happens.
It does happen. It's inevitable, especially after a bike ride or a jog or something, or if you don't shower.
Why would you ride a bike and then go pee with Richard?
You wouldn't, but I'm saying just cock smell in general is inevitable in certain cases, but I think he would have told me, like, dude, you cock stink.
I did.
That's not an easy thing to tell somebody.
I did.
He's saying he did.
I did.
Now, today.
No, I said when it happened. We were in the
you
bathroom
said my
together.
pee has stunk. Sometimes when I have asparagus, you said my pee stinks.
No, I've talked about
and sometimes your pee stinks too, and your pee is hot, like a little steam comes off.
So you're lashing out now.
No, I'm not lashing. I'm just surprised that my cock.
How dare you say my pee is hot?
Why does what his pee smells like have to do with why your penis smells?
Well, he said I've said it to him as well. I said no, not your. When I've said there was a smell in the bathroom, I never implied his penis.
We've talked about your cock cheese before and about how it smells.
Yes, personally, but
I've smelled it. I mentioned it to you.
And I'm not offended, but I'm like kind of hurt that because I'm so clean, I don't want to be in a position where my cock's going to stink spontaneously at any moment because I stay on top of it.
Apparently you don't if you've got yeast growing out of it.
Well, I've had yeast in the past, and yeast is inevitable when you're uncircumcised. Even the cleanest women in the world suffer from yeast infections.
Well, Fred was saying he doesn't get yeast. Right. He doesn't have that problem.
Everybody's different. You put 10 women in a room, 3 might have yeast infection, 7 might not.
I think clean women might get it. Yeah, clean women might get a yeast infection because maybe they weren't keeping up.
It's a possibility. When I spoke to my doctor, yeah. You're right, Gary. When I spoke to my doctor, he says, because you're uncircumcised, the moisture is inevitable. No matter how much you pat it, clean it, dry it, it's there. So you are more prone to yeast infections, which in the male case, they call it balanitis. And that's what I've had from time to time.
Now, don't you try to cure the moisture by putting toilet paper in your pouch?
I was putting toilet paper in there.
You were wrapping it up, right?
Yeah, it looked like a little white flag.
Yeah, like we'd go to pee.
Like a surrender flag at the...
So the doctor told you that everyone who's uncircumcised has this issue?
Not everyone. It's more common with...
Yeah, the people that don't wash have it.
I wash, Gary. I wash like Richard sniffed my pecker today.
But it's funny. We'll go to pee sometimes, and he'll pull his cock out, and then paper just starts flying out everywhere like it's
how clean
it's Rip Taylor or something.
I gotta tell you, I've seen your penis way more times than I would want to say that I have. And there was something about it today that looked weirder and different.
Really?
When you started pulling on it, I guess I just haven't been that close. And
Yeah. When I always do that thing, like I make like a shiv out of it,
it looks like a Batman wing.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's similar to that. It's like stretching bubble gum.
But he also showed the head of his penis.
Yeah, which I didn't like.
He was self-conscious.
Yeah,
about
because
that.
to me, I think my pouch, my foreskin acts almost like a curtain. Like, I still have something left. It's like when a woman wears nipple tassels. The nipples are covered, but the rest of the breast she's comfortable with. I'm comfortable with my head covered. I still feel like there's a little privacy there.
When you diagnose these problems, I notice you hesitate to go to the doctor. Like, you kind of save that as the last minute. What do? You go on the internet and you search for...
You just go on the
How did you
internet.
find out about balanitis?
Itchy cock that smells. Google.
Is this a call?
Wait, that's what you did?
Yeah. I write itchy cock with smell. And then you Google it.
That's also what he types in looking for porn movies.
Yeah, I've done it. And then I received a lot of home remedies, which I like to try first. And I got Genesian violet. I did a whole thing. It was a 2-week process. The first week was Genesian violet. The second week was tea tree oil, and the third week was garlic oil.
Do you know what tea tree oil is for?
You put it in the bath. You put 2 or 3 drops in a bathtub.
I think it cures lice
and dandruff. They use it for a million.
They use it. Yeah,
stinks like shit.
Oh, it's hard. I smell like. You ever go into an old house like with a dying dog and a bad furnace, like that sooty, moldy shit? Like it's a smell you can't get out of your nose. It's almost like death. That's what
Whose
tea tree
house
oil.
was
Who
that?
goes into a house with a dying dog and a bad furnace?
I won't say who. Everybody's been in an old house with a dying dog and I think in one of those coal ovens. You know what I'm talking about? It's burnt.
He's been watching Old Yeller too much.
Ever been in a house with a one-legged transgendered male?
Seriously, where are you coming up with that?
I've been around the block.
What was the name of the first thing? What violet?
Genesian violet.
Genesian violet.
Yeah, and
what is that?
It's some sort of natural home remedy, and it's a purple liquid, and I didn't know it stained you. So for the whole week, about a week and a half, my dick was purple, and I had to wash it off. Then I did tea tree oil, which, like Gary says, smells like, when I watch The Walking Dead, that's the smell you get from those zombies.
But here's a question I have for you. You go on the internet, you talk to people who aren't doctors,
right,
who have some ideas, or you can go to an actual doctor who knows exactly what to do.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm thinking, you know what, I'm on the internet, let me take a look, let me try a few things first, and then if they don't work, then I'll go to a doctor.
But these home remedies may be more dangerous than what you actually have.
They may, but, you know, it's the luck of the draw, I guess. I don't know.
Why take the chance? Why not just go to the doctor?
Well, if I do thorough research on these things. I look into it.
No, you read what people write. That's not thorough research.
But there's a lot of people writing it, and I also go to like WebMD. You could go there. You can ask questions. I like to do it. I like to. I've learned about this. This is great. I know a lot about homeopathic solutions to yeast infections. Oregano, garlic, the garlic oil, and the oregano as well. That seemed to work. I even put a clove of garlic in my pouch for a little while.
Oh, my God. Did that burn?
It stung a little bit, but the thing is, my wife came into the bedroom tonight, and she goes, were you eating garlic nuts today?
No, my dick was.
Yeah, meanwhile, I had a clove of garlic in my dick.
Tim in Toledo, you're on the wrap-up show.
My question for Gary and John, and I guess Benji too, does your wives or girlfriends know as much about your penises as Rich knows about Sal's?
Like, I don't know if my wife could pick mine out of a lineup.
Could we have her come in?
But I know that you two could. If I did a lineup of penises, right, like a glory hole looking thing with like 7, you could pick Richard's, right?
Absolutely.
Richard?
Oh, yeah. I could pick Sal's for sure.
That's not weird or anything, huh?
No, the weird thing is a lot of people on the staff could too, because you guys have, put it out there quite a bit. But this is the first time you guys have done that in a long time. I was thinking about that today. Early on here at Sirius, that wouldn't have been a rare occurrence. But today it was like, okay, Richard's gonna go smell Sal, and I was like, wow, they haven't done that in a while.
Man, we're always up for that. Yeah.
I'm always up for it too.
I didn't want him to play a joke and put his penis in my mouth or something.
Yeah, you threatened to bite it.
I was going to bite it. Yeah, I'll show him.
Even your punishments are gay.
Would you have bitten it?
Lightly. Not enough to hurt him, but enough to scare him so he doesn't do it again.
He would have just enough to make him come.
He would have gnawed it.
All right, let's go to I just lost the call I was going to pick up. We'll go to Mike in Jersey. Mike, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
I just wanted to mention maybe Sal could deal with his odor problem by not letting other guys smell his cock. That is such a weird thing to have a guy get on his knees and get a good whiff of his genitalia.
There is truth to what this guy is saying. I really, I was thinking about it, and ever since I started working here, I've stuffed batteries in my dick. I've stuffed
your idea.
Yeah, no, I'm
M&M's, your idea.
M&M's. I've put in teeth in my cock.
The false teeth are my favorite.
Yeah. I put in fake teeth. I put microphones into my cock. I've put streamers into my dick. And, when you're subjecting your penis to these things are dirty. I put pennies in my cock, nickels,
Whoa. You're going to blame your stinky penis on the fact that you've done all these things?
No, I'm not blaming the stink itself, but I shouldn't be subjecting my penis to such dirty things. Your penis, to me, is, your genitals is almost, your dick is as sensitive, if not more, than your tongue.
Why do I have a feeling you were doing these way before you got here? You just discovered when you got here that you could put M&M's in your dick?
No, I've never put it. The only thing I ever put in my dick was red wine one time. I pulled it up as a cup and I poured wine in it.
And who drank it?
Somebody. That doesn't matter. But the thing is that.
So how did you know you could get M&M's in your pouch?
I did. Well, again, I put wine in it in the past. I do pull it up. And one day I was hanging out with Richard. I don't know. And I don't know how. Guess what is in my pouch? How it came into fruition. But I stuffed something in there, and we started laughing about it. I think, and that's how it happened. And ever since then, I've been putting things in my cock ever since. But the point that this gentleman is making is that he's right. Like I'm too, I'm freestyling a little bit too much. I'm too open about it. I'm too a little careless.
Do you think that you could cause trauma? Is that what you're thinking?
Not
It's like a health thing?
Yeah, it's a health thing. I mean, like you shouldn't put pennies on your dick. You shouldn't. You're not even supposed to, handle loose change without eating and then eating something without washing your hands. I'm putting it directly on the source.
Actually, you shouldn't have your dick out in front of another guy if you want to work your way all the way back to the beginning.
Right, yeah, and I don't. On the Howard Stern show, it's different. But believe me, I don't walk around with my fucking schlong, swinging around.
But does that ever come up on WebMD? Like, have you put M&Ms in your penis as one of the symptoms to check
But you probably have the most resilient and toughest dick out there because it's probably immune to all these germs.
It might be.
It's like they say with antibacterial soap. The more you use it, supposedly you're not as immune. But your dick gets in touch with all this stuff, and it probably makes it better.
It handles the grit.
Does this mean the end of Foreskin Friday?
No, Foreskin Friday is a huge hit, and that's going to continue.
Are you going to still ask everybody and who's around for ideas and stuff like that? You should talk about that. How you kind of put the genius behind the creation of Foreskin
Friday. I generally
Friday.
right now there's a big dilemma.
It's a think tank.
Yeah, every Monday I come up with ideas, and by Wednesday I throw the ideas to the boys, to Will, Richard.
What kind of ideas? Like what? Remind me of what Foreskin Friday is.
Foreskin Fridays, I do something with my penis every Friday on Twitter because there used to be Titty Tuesday, there's Thong Thursday. So I said, how about Foreskin Friday? How about we celebrate my foreskin? And we do stuff. So,
who's we?
I don't know. I think me and my cock. I look at it as a friend. So I came up with Foreskin Friday, and I like for Cinco de Mayo, I did 𝗛𝗄𝗿𝗍 Gonzalez, which was my foreskin through Speedy Gonzalez's face, And then I did when John Travolta with all the massage stuff going on, I did Saturday Night Foreskin to Saturday Night Fever. So stuff like that. And then I did
holidays, like a lot of holidays.
And then I was going to do a Piranha, like my dick looked like Piranha from the movie. And Rich goes, oh, it looks like a grotesque monster. He goes, go for more of a monster theme. And we were talking. He goes, how about foreskin on...
Foreskin Krueger?
Yeah, Foreskin Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
Right. And I said, how about Nightmare on Foreskin Street? And
so what's the dilemma?
The dilemma is as these great ideas come into fruition, great ideas also dissipate. And I'm coming to the bottom. You know what I mean? The well is starting to dry
you can
out.
make it a firecracker for 4th of July.
I've thought of a lot of things.
I got a question for you.
Like I did the cannoli, which was a huge hit.
Thursday is Flag Day. Do you think it's wrong and bad taste, say, if you had an American flag and your penis was one of the stars?
No, I would probably get a little flag, like the little ones you stick like into a grapefruit on a cocktail, and I'd take that flag and I'd wrap it around my penis. And
you don't think that would upset some people?
It's a flag.
Has Arbor Day happened yet? You plant a tree in your penis?
No, but the one time I didn't do Foreskin Friday was for Good Friday. I said I'm going to
meat.
No, none whatsoever.
You drew the line there.
Yeah, I said I'm keeping the good in Good Friday, and I
Put a little fish
I
in
didn't show
You
my
you should have put a pizza on it. That's what everybody orders on Good Friday. That's Catholic.
Steve, what do you want to say?
Yeah, Gary, the best is, though, on, like, Thursday, you'll be sitting there working, and you get a tap on your shoulder, and it's Sal, and in his serious voice, you know, he does the, hey, you know, I'm working on something. I'd just like to get your thoughts on it if you could. This one is, what was the Kiss one?
Oh, that was Gene 𝗦𝗄𝗿𝗍.
Hey, what do you think of Gene 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗿? And then his cock on his phone is in your face. And
it's instead of Gene's tongue hanging out, it was my dick hanging out. So it was Gene 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗿.
We're his sounding
That was a
board
big
for
hit. That was over, I think, close to 100 retweets. I average anywhere from 45 to 150 retweets on Foreskin Friday.
Do you think it's people joking around, or you think there's a lot of gay dudes retweeting it to other gay dudes?
A lot of guys are joking around. A lot of people are repulsed but love it. A lot of people show it to family members and get them sick. And a lot of people are offended, and there are gay people, too.
Do you think there's anything gay about Foreskin Friday?
No, not at all.
If you knew a gay guy was jerking off to your picture, would that bother you?
No. But I don't want to see it. There are guys who now follow I hash marked Foreskin Friday, and I saw other foreskins. Oof, I will never do that again. So I do apologize to anybody else, but at least I'm trying to make it common.
What was wrong with the other foreskin?
Why is yours?
Wow.
Why is yours interesting and the other ones are gross?
It's like smelling your own shit. Yours smells fine, but, you know, Richard's might smell awful. It's just one of those things.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about the blossoming film career of 𝗏𝗏𝗏 and how other people have taken on film roles while still being on the show. Does it bother Howard? Is Howard supportive? Is he jealous? Which I don't think he is. And it turned into a conversation where Ronnie explained his motivation for his new role and how it's just another step in the ascent of the stardom of 𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Now joining us on the program is 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Ronnie, we've confirmed that you will be appearing, or at least acting in this film on Monday, I guess, a Stamos film. And Howard doesn't seem thrilled with everyone going out and doing movies. Were you worried about doing this role?
No, I had talked to him about it.
Do you have any idea how many lines you have?
No, I'm supposed to get him today.
But do you think it's a big part, or do you think it's a small part?
I think it's probably small. According to what I just got an email from them. Actually, they heard the show this morning. I guess they were saying that a Stamos film is not a junk film, basically, and don't compare it to Sal and Richard's, movie, that kind of stuff.
Well, I think they're working on a whole other level.
Basically, it says I'm playing myself, whatever that means.
But you're not 𝗏𝗏𝗏. You're an angry guy at a strip club. Or are you 𝗏𝗏𝗏? Like we'll say in the.
Well, I don't know if my name is 𝗏𝗏𝗏, as the part, but I'm playing myself as probably like a host or something.
So how do you plan to approach like the character? Like
how do you see yourself?
How are you going to prepare?
The usual, carrying on like a lunatic on stage. That's what I'm seeing.
Is there anything special you're going to do to get ready for it? Because you doing it just going out with the guys is one thing, but being filmed, I mean, that's a different ballgame.
Well, I think if I try too hard to think about it, it's not going to work for me.
Would you consider getting crazy drunk?
No,
No,
maybe a drink or two, maybe.
Are you a good
not
actor?
Crazy drunk.
You act?
What do you care?
Well, I mean,
what did you come in here to bust my balls?
You're going to be in a movie.
Oh, he's already here.
You're going to be in a movie, so I figure you must have some kind of acting experience.
It's supposed to be a crazy type movie. It's a comedy, asswipe, and basically it's supposed to be about a guy who's taking guys out to teach them how to be single, I think, or some shit like that. Almost like a hangover type thing.
I bet it's nothing like Hangover type.
No, well, I just got off the phone with the producer, if I can interject.
Well,
and they
thanks
said,
for interrupting.
Go ahead, John Lee Rune.
First of all, Ronnie says he's going to memorize his lines on the toilet.
Yeah, that's where I do my best thinking. That's where I write my poetry.
Shit goes in, shit comes out.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But the producers heard what Howard said this morning and were
They were
a little
upset.
disappointed because this is a multi-million-dollar movie. Ronnie's scene is one scene. Benji and Elisa are not in it. They wanted to clarify. They're not sure how that all got started. But they definitely wanted to clarify that the producers are big fans of the show. Obviously, Stamos is too. But they pushed Stamos to put Ronnie in it because they said there's no better person for this character than Ronnie. It's a guy who is a patron in the strip club, getting up and yelling things and telling girls to show their breasts and all that. So they said Ronnie was perfect for the role, but Stamos didn't want it to appear that he was trying to use the Stern show. So it was actually the producers who pushed Stamos and said, get Ronnie, he's perfect for this scene.
So I would almost argue that the role was modeled after you and not the other way around, Ronnie. Like maybe they heard you on the show and said, hey, we need a guy like that.
Maybe.
And they're literally getting you to do it.
Well, Stamos knows my routine. I've hung out with Stamos in the club. So
you're just going to recreate what you did with Stamos previously, basically?
I'll just recreate whatever I do whenever I go.
Will you stick to the script that they give you, or will you feel like room to ad-lib a little bit?
Well, I'll talk it over with them, see what they think.
They said they're going to get Ronnie's input today. They want to see what he's most comfortable saying, although we all know. But
Are you
Yeah!
Are you excited for the role?
Yeah, it's cool. I think it'll be cool.
Do you see the potential to break out Let's Fuck Some Whores?
Nah.
You don't think it's right for this?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. You never know.
What if they water it down for PG and it's Let's Bang Some Whores?
I don't think this movie is a PG movie. I really don't.
Have you been thinking about other like catchphrases you may want to throw in there, or you just again gonna go with whatever they give you?
Well, whoa, stop the clock might come in there. You never know. Who knows?
Good one.
You know?
All right.
You never know.
And Gary, you said there's sort of a bigger picture thing going on with, I guess, everyone working on outside projects, and maybe this falls into that.
Yeah, I just think that what Howard hears is like somebody's doing this movie, somebody's doing that movie, somebody's doing a show on the web, somebody's doing the block party, somebody's doing an eat and greet, and it all becomes one thing to him.
Richard, you've done a bunch of films, actually. Howard talked about that today, and made a joke how like you wouldn't turn down any role you were offered.
He was in a big film, though. He was in a legitimately big film.
Yeah, the White Castle film.
Well, Harold and Kumar escaped from Guantanamo Bay.
It's always weird when I'm sitting at home and that pops up on HBO and I just see Richard walking by in a KKK hat.
And there's another movie I was in that's been on Showtime a lot in the last month or two called Albino Farm. And,
yes.
you know, a lot of
I've
horror
seen
fans.
that at least 100 times.
Are you sort of the go-to albino kind of guy?
Well, now that Edgar Winter's very sick, they get Richard.
But when you hear this movie's out and Bigfoot's doing it, and I guess this is the movie Sal got his teeth done for, we found out today, and you're in it as well. Do you think twice about doing it, or are you just like, you know what, sounds cool, it's during off time for the show, so I'll give it a shot?
You know what, this is there's a huge crew on this movie. It's got a decent budget from what I've heard, and they made me a really good offer, and I'm happy to do it. So yeah, I mean, if I had to go to, you know, like Arizona to get paid $5 for a movie, I wouldn't do it. I want to make sure it's something legitimate, and it's definitely a legitimate movie.
Gary, do you blame Ronnie, Richard, Benji, if he gets that role, whatever, for taking these roles outside of the show and being in these films?
No, it depends on what the roles are. You know, I think there's a big difference between being Benji from the Howard Stern Show or being the weird guy on the corner. Do you know what I mean? I guess you'd have to take it part by part and figure it out.
I actually got to be in a movie that Maria Menounos' boyfriend, Kevin, directed. That's going to be coming out soon, too, called Serial Buddies.
How many films have you been in?
I don't know. You know, my film career started with Jodie Foster's Contact.
Is that true?
Yeah, but I was one of the people running away from the explosion and when one of these spaceships blows up or something. And then I got to be in Tom Hanks's From the Earth to the Moon. I was hippie smoking in laundromat parking lot.
You know, I have to say, in the history of the show, probably the greatest role that anybody on the show's ever gotten. Ended up on the cutting room floor, but I saw it because Cameron Crowe sent it to me. 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 had a scene with Tom Cruise in Jerry Maguire. I remember Cameron Crowe called me, said, I want him. They flew him out, and I saw the scene. He was supposed to be a wacko fan, but I wish if they could do the DVD extras just to see 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 acting with Tom Cruise is worth the price.
I went to see that movie to see Kenneth Keith because I remember you guys talked about it on the air, and I was like, where in the hell was he?
Derek in Massachusetts, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, you guys will know this more than I will, but Howard seems to be pretty jealous, and guys like Ronnie and even Stuttering John, when he got his part, if he doesn't have anything to do with getting them those roles, he seems to be angry, and not just the roles, but the job for John. He seems to take it as an angry. Like he'll get Eric a job, Eric the midget or Eric the actor, and he'll help those guys. And that's all fine and dandy because he's part of it. But when these guys do these things, he just seems to be jealous and angry of these guys in this situation. I hope Ronnie's movie's a success. I'll go see it just because he's in it.
Derek, I could tell you, just because I talk to Howard a lot, it absolutely 100% is not jealousy. That's not what it is. I know there was we had an incident one time where Wings, the show Wings, called Howard and asked Howard to be on the show. Howard said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just, I'm protecting my brand. I'm not going to be on Wings. So unbeknownst to Howard, they turned around and they just called Stuttering John. And Stuttering John took the part. Now, whether John knew Howard had been offered or not, I don't think that was the case. But I know that when it came out, Howard was pissed. And his feeling was like, well, if I'm not going to do this, if I'm not going to put all this stuff out there, if I'm not going to sort of take every bit, but everybody around me does, in a sense, he feels that's tarnishing the brand. But that is probably more the explanation. Jealousy has zero to do with it.
Ronnie, have you ever sensed any jealousy coming from Howard?
Come on. Are you kidding me? How can he be jealous of me? Are you kidding me?
That's a great point.
It is a great point.
No, I just said that. It's a great point.
Yeah, it is a great point. I just feel I always run things by him before I do anything.
Has he ever told you no? Because I think running things by him could be difficult because he doesn't want to be the bad guy.
I could tell when he'll give me like an answer, like he doesn't think it's a great idea, but if you want to do it,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't do it, but if you want to do it, that's fine.
Right? And he didn't say anything about this. He did. With 𝗦𝗵cie calling me, he thought, it was kind of strange. I thought it was, dude. Like I said, I got the text message from John Friday night at 1:00 in the morning. So
Ronnie came to me and he said, "Is this 𝗦𝗵cie's number or somebody pranking me?"
I knew it was his number, but I thought maybe somebody got his phone because I know twice already he's lost his phone, and he has to get a new phone and change his number and everything. But I thought for sure this was something kind of scam. So, and he also had asked me for Robin's address because he wanted to send us something. And I wouldn't give it to him until I talked to Robin, and I wanted to make sure it was him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I just wouldn't give it out Robin's address to anybody. If we thought somebody lost his phone or whatever. But then when they started calling me about all this, I knew it was legit.
How do you approach Howard about it?
I go to him and I just talk to him.
But is it like
I'm not afraid to talk to him.
Are you driving at the time, or do you sit?
No, usually if we're walking up in the morning in the elevator or whatever, I'll talk to him in the car. We both, I have no problem talking to him. It's 27 years, man. It's a long time. You don't hold anything back. You should know that, Gary.
I hold plenty back.
Jim in Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Ronnie, if you got offered a big movie role with a pretty good payday, but you had to quit Howard, would you do that?
No, I've said that a million times. I wouldn't. He comes first, no matter what. And I work all my schedules around anything that I do. I work around him where I'm there for him first, and then like with America's Got Talent, we had block party shows that I didn't attend because I had to be with him in Los Angeles or San Francisco. So he comes first no matter what. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am. So.
Unless there's a guy that's going to suck your cock for $1 million. For that, you said you would ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, well, I'd have to, man. How could I ever face the fucking people around here ever again?
How do you juggle your schedule, Ronnie, now with the film roles, with Howard, AGT, the block parties? You're a busy guy.
Yeah, well, it seems to work out where it's, you know, it's on off days from the show, which is okay.
So, but let's go to the Henry Hill page. So, first of all, you should know, I'm listening to 1010 Wins this morning. They must be reading right off of TMZ, because they said, Henry Hill did this, he did that. And they go, in later years, he redeemed himself, and even was a frequent guest on the Howard Stern Show. That's what they say on TMZ. Or, I mean, on 1010 Wins.
Like said in the first.
But how is that a reform?
Well, I think he reformed and he appeared on the show. I think they're mutually exclusive.
Right.
Let me just mention, of course, that frequent guest of the Howard Stern Show, Henry Hill, has died.
I didn't see that yet.
Henry was 69 years old. And as you know, Henry Hill was a mobster. He was the guy they based the movie Goodfellas on.
Yeah, in fact, I just watched Goodfellas again after having not seen it for a long time.
Right.
Such a good movie.
I loved having Henry on the show, and I loved hearing his mob stories, but Henry was a despicable guy. I mean, he has killed people. He took a shortcut in life. He
didn't want the straight and narrow.
No.
Didn't like it at all.
Yeah. And it's so weird. We got so many different Henrys, like... I'm remembering times when, like, Henry would be really drunk, but then the performance or the call before that would be, I quit drinking for 7 months. And, you know, there was no substance to the guy. You never really realized he was a pathological liar. He would just go, yeah, I don't drink anymore. I haven't had a drink in 7 months. And the next thing you know, he's in jail for drunk something
right,
or
drunk
other.
and reckless or whatever.
Yeah. And he was always trying these businesses out, you know, like I remember one time he came in and he had paintings that he was selling.
I think I have one of those.
Yeah, awful, awful paintings. And he'd go, why are you making fun of my paintings, Howard?
Yeah, it was just like giving a monkey a brush.
Yeah, and then he had a spaghetti sauce business, which to me was so disgusting because just associating Henry with spaghetti sauce, because spaghetti sauce looks like blood, and Henry has shed the blood of people, and he was just out of his fucking mind. I remember years ago, this was 1996. Henry Hill was on the phone, and Rob and I said to him, Henry, you think you're going to hell? And he, you know, now that he's dead, I'm sure he's got to be in hell, but
if there is one.
And
they must have made it for him.
Of course. And he, you know, he was convinced he would not go to hell.
Let me ask you, do you think you're going to hell when you die?
Nope, I don't think so, Howard.
Really?
How did you redeem yourself?
now, describe to me how you're not going to hell.
I've changed my life, Howard.
Oh, man.
And you no longer have to pay for anything you did?
What about all the people you messed up?
Well, you know, I've straightened my life out, Howard. You know, 15 years. It was 15 years ago this month.
Doesn't count.
Come on,
that stuff you can't erase. It doesn't go off the ledger book.
That's why you're drinking. You're filled with guilt. You're racked with guilt, I guess.
I don't drink anymore.
Really?
7 months, Howard.
He doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but it was months he would go.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't drink anymore, but then he'd show up, and then he'd be like,
Ma'am, I want a caramel macchiato, please. Why you look at me in that certain place?
You were doing so well after the Howard Stern show. What happened?
I want a caramel macchiato. Why are you picking at...
That was one of my favorite bits. Not a bit, it's real
It wasn't
life.
a bit.
But what was so great about it was Lisa G. We were pretty new here at Sirius. She goes downstairs and she is trying to interview Henry Hill, and he's out front and he's laying in a planter, like vomiting on himself. And he keeps screaming over and over again, and it's hard to understand. He's saying there, "I want a caramel macchiato from Starbucks."
Right.
And somehow, I guess Lisa wanted to hear a very drunk Henry Hill coming on to her. She goes, "I'm disgusted with you. This man just said that he wanted to come on my shoulder."
Yeah, she considered it sexual harassment.
Right, and she said, "Henry Hill said he wanted to come on my face." And I said, "Lisa, he's saying he wants a caramel macchiato." It was so great, and Lisa was like, "Oh, I don't know how I heard that."
Ma'am, I want a caramel macchiato, please. Why you look at me in that certain place?
You were doing so well after the Howard Stern show. What happened?
I want a caramel macchiato.
No, Lisa's never been a war correspondent. This is the closest she's come.
You gonna be okay?
This is the front line, and it really is.
You going home?
Miss Ham.
So that was a funny moment, and
I remember that one time we went out to Vegas and Henry came out there and he sort of like stalked us.
yeah, he wanted to get on the air, and he was mad that we weren't putting him on as much. But I mean, how much Henry could you take?
Yeah, but he would go to the same restaurants we
Yeah.
were having dinner in, and then he'd get a table and he would just stare.
Yeah, and I would say to Henry, Henry, I do a radio show. Like, there's no other show in America putting you on. I'm the only one putting you on. So give me a break. It's not like I haven't done anything for you.
That laugh.
Henry, carrying on with this theme, I was like, "Hey, Henry, when you die, you're going to hell." And he, one time, I don't know, he was wasted, and I guess he was talking about some of the people he killed.
Do you think you drink to forget all the people you killed?
I got a trail of bodies. I'm going to give you a trail from Rockville Center Links.
You got. Yeah, I know where Rockville Center Links is. You buried a body there?
Yeah, 2 of them.
2 of them? Have you ever?
He's laughing.
That laugh.
He buried 2 bodies on the Rockville Center Links golf course.
Have you ever?
And then we're going to start east, I guess. Wait, to Canarsie.
Wait, Henry. You're saying you killed?
There are bodies.
You
there.
killed 2 people and buried them on the Rockville Center Links. Where?
Yes.
Where in the Rockville Center Links? What?
What? The 4th hole. 4.
The 4th hole? What is this?
The 4th hole?
What are you saying? The 4th hole? Henry.
What?
This is why Ray Liotta is such a great actor. He had that laugh down in that movie.
Perfectly. Even in the movie, when you're watching it, Henry never admits to doing anything besides robbing and
Right.
stealing and burying the bodies after other people shot them or killed them.
Right.
But, he's certainly willing to hang out with murderers.
Yeah.
4th hole?
The 4th hole.
No, come on, be honest with me. Tell me where.
Under the green. I swear to you.
Under the green?
Who were the 2 bodies?
They were stockbrokers.
Stockbrokers. They must have screwed him over in some deal.
Right. They gave them money and they didn't
Yeah.
make money for them, then they killed them.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many Henry moments from our show. I don't even know where to begin. And the other weird thing is, too, this is a guy who betrayed the mob. And there were so many questions like, Henry decided to come out of witness protection. He decided that he was just going to live his life. And he didn't care that there were mobsters who were supposedly looking for him. He was like, fuck it, I'm living my life. I don't want to be in hiding anymore. And so, when you were with him, like Gary describes one time, he was standing next to Henry at some appearance. Henry showed up, and he's like, Henry, I don't want to stand near you. If this is the day the mob decides to get vengeance.
It was also 1994.
Right, yeah, you didn't know. And you still didn't know. And you just wonder, who are the, like John Hein was saying to me, who are the people who decide to kill Henry, and who are the people who decided they didn't care about Henry anymore, you know?
Well, I think everybody was either in jail or dead.
Yeah, but
at a certain point.
But there's always still a mob. I'm sure there's a mob now. But
well, no, they had really busted it up, and you know, a whole new organization had to spring up, and they had no real ties to Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that whole era that Henry was in was kind of taken apart.
So, Henry, you think you're done for the day, or are you going to come back up?
Yeah, I think this was when Henry was kicked out of Del Fresco's. He tried to get in there and hang out at the restaurant, and I think they kicked him out of the place.
You know me. You know me, man.
And?
I pay my fucking way. No, these are cold.
Have you ever been that drunk in your life?
Never.
Yeah. I think one time I was, but I was unconscious.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, you can't stay awake and talk.
Henry could.
They must.
Imagine they are. Here, Henry, zip up your coat.
Nah.
Zip up your coat. Henry.
Fucking away.
Come on, Henry, zip up your coat. Come on.
I have a fucking wife.
And the other thing is, somehow Henry still got women.
Yeah, isn't that insulting to women? I mean, like Henry, like in that condition, had a woman taking care of him like a mommy. It was amazing. He had women.
You don't have a wife, remember? Who would have you? Here. Zip up your coat, Henry. You're gonna freeze.
It's cold as hell out, Henry.
Here, hold this a second.
Oh, there's Paulie. Now, Paulie used to call in all the time and fight with Henry.
Right.
Paulie, you had some of the most legendary phone calls.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean,
It was good
This is
radio.
a good day for you.
yeah, this is. Are you happy Henry's gone, or are you going to miss him in some weird way? You were kind of linked to him.
No, when I saw it online last night, it kind of put a smile on my face.
Isn't it amazing to you that the mob never actually kept their promise of killing him? Like they once he came out of the hiding, that they never went after him.
No, not really, because Robin was right on with what she said. You know, everything broke up. It just wasn't the same as it was back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. After he did his ratting on everybody, everything just seemed to disband, and everybody kind of went their own way. Sure, there was still a mob, but wasn't as strong as it was. So Robin was right on.
Paulie, why did you hate Henry so much? What was the thought there? Because he was a rat, right?
Well, first and foremost, yes. Being a rat and a stool pigeon and a mutt, Henry never, ever killed anybody. Henry was a delivery boy. He was a gopher. Tommy would just say, hey, go pick up our food down at Don Pep on Liberty Avenue by the racetrack, and, you know, that's what he would do.
But, Paulie, you would think that, so in other words, when he wrote the book, or somebody wrote that book, and they based it on his life, you feel he embellished on the truth and made himself to be a bigger player in the mob than he really was.
Absolutely. I mean, they glamorized Henry in that movie tremendously, but yeah, that's exactly it. They, yeah,
I mean, Henry, do you think? But do you think Henry lied when he said he was in on the Lufthansa heist?
Lufthansa heist?
Physically on it?
Like, do you think he was actually a part of the heist?
In the background, sure, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, he could have been. He could have made a couple of bucks on it, but not to actually physically go to the airport and steal the money. No, he was just around, and with you being around, you had some perks. And Tommy had money, and Jimmy had money, and you know, so if you're around the money, they're going to spread their wealth.
Right. So he was a guy who really was immortalized in that movie Goodfellas, and made it seem like he was one of the big players, even though he wasn't full Italian, he would have been, a big mob guy. Made man. He makes it seem that way. Yeah. So, is there anything positive you have to say about Henry Hill's death? I mean, is there anything that you want to say about the man that you liked?
Let me think for a second. No.
All right, Paulie. There you go. Paulie, who called in every time Henry was on. Paulie was on.
Yes.
And Henry would go, hang up on this guy. Hang up on him.
Legendary fights.
Because he was afraid to hear the truth, and he knew I was the only one, and I think I'm the only one left who knew that crew, who hung out with that crew, who knew Tommy and Stax and Henry and the whole 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍,
You wanted to fight him. I remember that.
Absolutely, yeah. I thought we were going to put together a nice fight where I could just punch him right in his face.
Yeah, Henry was up for
a couple of rounds.
Henry would say to me, "Okay, I'll do it," and I think he was sincere. He said he would fight you, but I was afraid.
He never showed up. When I came to the studio, he was supposed to be there that time that I was interviewed, and it was just me in the studio alone, and it was a great time. It was a pleasure meeting everybody, but he just never showed, and I couldn't make it to Vegas that time. He was there, so I don't miss Henry. If somebody wants to hear something and get a good book out of something, I got a ton of stories and a ton of anecdotes that
all right, Paulie.
I would share.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Not because Henry's gone, but congratulations on your AGT, and Robin, feel better, and good luck to everybody.
All right, Paulie, later.
Thanks, guys.
Paulie, who was Henry's arch nemesis, and it was really good stuff too.
Gary.
Yes.
May I talk to you about eulogizing Henry Hill this morning?
Yeah.
I heard you mention the Howard, or I actually heard Howard say, and you guys go back and forth about how difficult it is to be respectful of a guest who's such a despicable person.
Well, I mean, he probably was involved in the murders of people. That's something that you can never dismiss.
Right.
We put him on our show a lot, and he seemed to be remorseful about it. He was a very tortured soul. But yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, usually, even if you're full of shit, when you're eulogizing somebody, you can start